Episode 95.
That's certainly possible. In the Pro League, everyone's skill level and characters are quite comparable. A 1 versus 3 sweep from start to finish, like Seng Xiang pulled off, is extremely rare. If I recall correctly, it's only happened twice so far this entire season, right?
As a guest commentator, Li Yibo was quite professional.
I've done some preparatory research on the materials.
Right. One time it was Huang Xiaoshen's Troubling Rain. The other time was Han Wenking's Desert Dust. But both of those were against clearly weaker teams. Team 301, on the other hand, is a fairly strong opponent.
That's probably why they're having such a hard time accepting this right now.
Let's just watch the match. Both sides are clashing head on now. Looks like this one might be decided pretty quickly. That's right. Leading the charge for excellent dodge era was Seng Xiang's one Autumn Leaf. What kind of devastating blow would he deliver to his opponents this time? What's this? Yang Kang's Blossom Chaos isn't engaging one Autumn Leaf in a duel. They're all maneuvering.
Looks like they're planning to bypass one Autumn Leaf. The 5 of them have fanned out. Even with Seng Xiang's incredible skill, he can't possibly hold off all 5 at once.
In a team battle, victory is never decided by a single player.
The rest of Team Excellent Era's players were also moving up to engage the enemy.
What? Trying to dodge again?
Team 3-1's intentions are a bit unclear.
Li Yibo was also a bit confused at this moment.
Alright, over here we have Seng Xiang's one Autumn Leaf.
They finally managed to pin down one opponent. Let's see how long this can last. In theory, in a 1-on-1, no one from Team 301 can stand against Seng Xiang's one Autumn Leaf in its current state. Team 301 should be coming back to help, right?
Losing a player right at the start puts them at a huge disadvantage. Team 301 got careless. It seems they still haven't grasped just how strong Seng Xiang and one Autumn Leaf truly are.
Wait! Who is this person that one Autumn Leaf has latched onto? That's the tricky part about watching team battles.
The characters are a chaotic mess, constantly shifting positions, making it hard to tell who's who. When the fight gets intense, all those flashy skill effects just add to the confusion.
It's hard to tell who's who, let alone male or female. This one seems to be. Li Yibo was also trying hard to identify it. It's Ta. Pan Lin's exclamation. It sounded more like a pained yelp. He'd struggled mightily to swallow a damn it. In everyday life, a word like fuck isn't really considered that vulgar. But on a public live broadcast like this, you've got to hold back. If Pan Lin used that on air just once, he'd be in for a formal reprimand, a self-critique, and a docked bonus. No exceptions.
Li Yibo was speechless upon hearing the character's name, and the entire audience fell into a collective silence. Tide, the character of Xu Bin, the King of Grand.
Could it be we were all seeing things just now? Actually, it wasn't one Autumn Leaf who had pinned Tide. It was Tide who had pinned him.
Pan Lin, as just a commentator, didn't mind much. But Li Yibo, as the authoritative guest, felt quite embarrassed to admit his misjudgment. So he immediately deployed his ultimate skill of talking around the subject, letting out a vague grunt before quickly saying,
Xu Bin is a real oddball. Using a defensive class like the Knight in the Pro League is pretty rare, and he's probably the best one out there.
Generally speaking, though. So, this class is actually quite difficult to leverage effectively in PvP, isn't it, Coach Li? Pan Lin smoothly picked up the thread of the conversation.
Right, exactly. Li Yibo finally regained a shred of his authoritative air. Xu Bin's Tide.
He tangled up Seng Xiang's one Autumn Leaf, while Yang Kang's Scene Killer slipped past the 3 Zheshi players.
His target is Dancing Rain! So Mucheng's Dancing Rain! Who would have thought? Is Team 3U1 really making Dancing Rain their primary kill target? Li Yibo was clearly struggling now, finding it increasingly difficult to judge the mechanics or interpret the tactics.
This situation worsened year by year. Every match he commentated on would have its awkward moments, forcing him to rely on his few signature moves to smooth things over. This time, however, he was spared the trouble. The match was too tense. And though Pan Lin asked the question, he didn't even have time to listen for an answer, launching straight back into his rapid fire commentary.
Beautiful. Yang Kong's scene killer dodged 2 consecutive cannon blasts from Dancing Rain with a gorgeous aerial double. Jink landed with a roll and unleashed a flash slash.
He dodged another blast, closing in. He's closing in. Su Mucheng is about to be cornered. Her reaction is lightning fast, already firing a shot to propel herself back.
Yang Kong's scenery killer was even faster.
Aerial dash! Su Mucheng is stomped down. This is bad. The excellent era players are all tied up. No one can come to help. Su Mucheng is in real danger. Brilliant. That back jump was just too beautiful, right, Coach Lai?
Exactly. He dodges Su Mucheng's BB cannon right at the start up. This backstep shows Ions rock solid fundamentals. Folks who love glory.
Su Mucheng's Dancing Rain also leapt back. The situation was tense, but Li Yibo was still trying to lecture the audience. Pan Lin rather ruthlessly cut him off. Fire the cannon! The aerial cannon shot is finally unleashed. Mu Yucheng Feng flew backward, dodging again. At such close range, that cannon shot was still dodged by Yang Kong's scenery kill. The instant sprint, the fastest ground movement skill in Glory, is even quicker than aerial cannon. In a flash, Scenery Killer closed the distance again, and Dancing Rain still couldn't shake him off. It seems escaping an assassin's close quarters pressure is truly difficult. Pan Lin couldn't stop sighing. The happy internet cafe was now dead silent. They had all been so sure this would be a swift and crushing victory over Team 301. Who could have predicted the battle would unfold like this? Even these ordinary player spectators, without listening to the commentary or expert analysis, could see that Team 301 was holding the absolute initiative. Team Excellent Era's 5-man squad had already been carved into 3 separate pieces. The grinding King Shu Bin's tide pinned down Seng Shang's 1 autumn leaf. Zhao Ji and the other 2 members of Team 301 formed a local 3-on-3 skirmish with the 3 players from Excellent Era. The other 2 fights were still at a stalemate, but the real danger was the 3rd Yang Kong's Scenery Killer. Closing in on Su Mucheng's Dancing Rain, Su Mucheng was the one Team 301 truly wanted to isolate.
Mu Yucheng Fan was also Team 301's primary target for elimination.
As a launcher with the longest range, Su Mucheng's Dancing Rain lacked the close combat skills of a Spitfire. Without support, she struggled against the assassin's relentless close quarters assault, unable to break free.
How did it come to this? Seeing her idol in a tight spot, Chen Guo became the most anxious person in the internet cafe. She couldn't help but tug at Yeshu beside her, muttering again.
Team 3-0. One had a clear understanding of Sang Hong, and 1 autumn leaf strength from the very start. They never underestimated them.